We are open up to page 165 in our EPBs to correct last night's homework. So, 1 through 8, you were given a word and you were asked to write 2 antonyms for each word, or 2 opposites. Now, you might have something different from what my book has. The word that they gave us was finish. So, start or begin would be 2 antonyms or 2 opposites. Jack?
I don't know if it works, but I put quit because you have to finish something. But I don't get that.
Not quite. You would want something similar to start. Okay? Drew?
Okay. This is when I asked the question yesterday, I thought you meant, so, like I did.
Yeah.
Finish, start, and then end.
Oh, so you put an antonym, but then you also put, okay. As long as you understand that an antonym means the opposite and a synonym means similar. Okay. As long as the words you use are synonyms for start or begin, you're good. It should be similar to start or begin. Number 2, the word they gave us was dry. So the opposite of dry would be wet or moist or damp. Soaking would work, anything like that. Anything like that. Or soggy, yep. Nope. You should be able to replace the word dry with the word you put. If I said I grabbed a dry towel, I wouldn't say I grabbed a water towel. I would say I grabbed a moist towel or a soggy towel. Yep. So the word, your antonym should be able to be replaced by the word, or you should be able to replace the word they gave you with the antonym.
Can I go get my EPB?
Yes. Okay. Number 3, soft. Well, the opposite of soft would be like hard, rigid, tough, anything like that. Rough would work, yep. Bumpy, maybe. Number 4, the word they gave us was violent. So the opposite would be like peaceful, calm, serene. Nice. Yeah. Number 5, the word they gave us was quiet. So the opposite of quiet would be like noisy, loud, chaotic, chatty, obnoxious. Yep, anything like that. Number 6, the word they gave us was gloomy. So the opposite of gloomy would be like cheery, cheerful, happy, excited, anything like that. Number 7, the word they gave us was generous. So the opposite or antonym of generous could be like stingy. So that means you like hoard your money. Selfish, greedy would work. Arrogant would work. Yeah, mean could possibly work. Number 8, the word they gave us was terrible. So the antonym or opposite of that would be like wonderful, excellent, fabulous, amazing, awesome, anything like that. Good.
Well, I know I didn't do sheep, but I was thinking of
Yep. Kind, great, anything like that would work. All right, then for 9 through 14, you were given a list of words. You were supposed to circle the 3 antonyms for the italicized word. So number 9, the italicized word is strong. So 3 opposites to strong would be weak, flimsy, and fragile. Number 10, they gave you the word give. So antonyms or opposites of give would be take, grab, and seize. Number 11, the word they gave us was bottom. So the opposite or antonym to bottom would be summit. That's like the top of a mountain, top, and peak. Number 12, the word they gave us was identical. So the opposite or antonym to identical would be different, varied, or diverse. Number 13, the word they gave us was empty. So the opposite or antonym to empty would be full, occupied, or packed. And number 14, the word they gave us was common. So the opposite or antonym to common would be unique, original, and rare. Questions on 9 through 14. Will?
This is a question for 1 through 8.
Okay.
blue with bright blue?
Yes. Yep, that definitely works. All right. Then we had 15 through 22. Now, what I have written might be different from what you wrote. You were supposed to write an antonym that can replace the italicized word in each sentence. So, as long as the word you wrote is the opposite of the italicized word, and you wrote it to where it can just right away be plugged into the sentence, it works. So 15, it said the math test yesterday was difficult. So I need to make sure the opposite of difficult was easy. The math test yesterday was easy. That can be plugged in. If I wrote, let's see, okay, I'll think of a different example for another sentence. Number 16, the child recited the poem in her loudest voice. We could say the child recited the poem in her softest voice.
Yes.
Yeah? Nicest. Number 17, his new bus pass is temporary. The opposite of temporary would be like permanent. But could you say his new bus pass is forever? Does that make as much sense though? Not quite.
I did
Permanent, yeah. Number 18, this puzzle is too difficult for me. This puzzle is too easy for me. Now, if I put easiest instead, could I say this puzzle is too easiest for me?
No.
No, so you want to make sure you can just plug that word right in. Number 19, Manny's elaborate scheme was a good idea versus Manny's simple scheme was a good idea. Number 20, the movie's plot was interesting versus the movie's plot was boring. Number 21, this apple is too sour versus this apple is too sweet. Number 22, we thought the painting was ordinary versus we thought the painting was special. Layla, what's your question?
For number 19, does inactive work?
Does what?
Inactive.
Elaborate. Yeah, I suppose that would work. Elena, sorry.
For number 22, was inactive?
Yes.
Okay.
Richie?
For number 22 was unique.
Yes.
And then for number 19 was easy one.
Yes. Will?
For number 20 was weird.
Not quite. Because it's the complete opposite of interesting. You could have something that's weird and interesting. Yep. Allison? Yes. Ordinary would work. 1 through 5, how did you feel about antonyms? 1 through 5, how do you feel about antonyms? All right. Nice work. Go ahead and put your hands down.